Ooh, there. We're just settling in. Um, so hello for everyone watching. I doubt there's anyone for now, but um, I wanted to raise awareness about homelessness and local problems that are happening. So I'm just gonna start a quick episode series about what we can do. And today I wanted to talk about the value of a dollar. The $1 bill. I have one right here. A small, simple green piece of paper, technically not even paper, that we don't have much value for anymore, and we just hoped it had an extra one or two zeros behind. What can a dollar do? It's a simple question. $1 can buy a candy bar or a song on iTunes. I mean, I used to, but it can sit forgotten anywhere and we wouldn't even notice. To most of us, the dollar nowadays is small, meaningless. But what if I told you that for someone else, that same dollar could be start of something life changing? What if a dollar could become a meal, a night of safety, hope? Tonight, I want to take you on a journey of a donation. Because if we truly want to understand where our dollar goes, how it moves, the impact we create, we might treat it differently. We might have more intention for it. And maybe we treat it differently, just like we can change the way we view others. The truth. The truth is hard, is what I'm going to say. On every given night, there's 600,000 people experiencing homelessness. That's more than the population of some major cities. But that's not just a number. It's a family sleeping in a car while working two jobs. It's a teenager aging out of a foster home. It's a veteran battling trauma. It's families, yet people ask the questions. Why don't they try harder? Why don't they get the job? Why should I give money if they're just gonna waste it? We judge when we don't understand. Homelessness is more than a wrong decision. It's not a lack of effort, it's a lack of opportunity, resources, mental health support, affordable housing, and sometimes just a little help at hand. So I want to change how we view our perspective on homeless people. Instead of asking, why don't they do this more? Why don't we do that? I ask ourselves, why don't we work together? Just together. Help everybody. Help every person. In my small town, we have a Walmart, right? And outside, I would see the same thing every time I enter. Just a group of homeless people clinging on to their blankets in the harsh winter of Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania. And every single time I watch them, my heart would sink. I feel a sense of empathy for them, but also a sense of doubt of how much can I even do? Will there ever be enough if I can help? You know, I've always partaked in different clubs in high school, trying to do my best to help. Okay, let me just try to get this lighting fixed a little bit. I've always asked myself, what can I do to help? How much? I participate in many school clubs, trying to do the best I can do to help, but I ask myself constantly, will it ever be enough? I cared a lot. I really wanted to help, but I just felt like I just didn't have enough power to do what I wanted to do. That changed one day. My friend, his name is Jesuit, started a Mechanicsburg branch of this nonprofit called Thrive Together. And it's against homelessness. I talk about it more. And he asked me if I wanted to join. And I just immediately said yes. I I don't think there was any other answer I could say. I think it's something that can change a lot. So we started the Mechanicsburg branch of Thrive Together, a nonprofit that redistributes resources from local businesses to people experiencing homelessness and to local food pantries. We didn't have a big budget, no famous sponsors, not even too much of a roadmap, just a vision that every person gets the warmth and peace of mind that a roof over their head and some food can help. We didn't think about homelessness as a way of just pure survival. We thought about it as dignity, stability, a chance to dream again. We believe that fighting against homelessness will give the hope and dreams again to these people. We didn't just imagine a world where homelessness doesn't exist. We imagine a world where people can focus on their education, their employment, and self growth, not just the next meal. But, but did we know how to get there? Not completely. But we believed that if we worked together, we could create change, and that belief kept us going. I mean, starting this nonprofit was not easy at all. Probably one of the hardest things I've ever done. Like especially with 501c3 forums, just forums and Pennsylvania state to start nonprofits. Those incredibly hard to get, but we eventually got an ID number and stuff, and so much money like to spend on that, and all we can do is try to give that money back. So like we face constant obstacles, organizing events, navigating these forums, reaching out to businesses, and hearing no again and again. But we never stopped. We emailed, we called, we met up with people, we followed, we spent hours planning, strategizing, connecting. And slowly people started saying yes. Over the last 3 months, we raised over $700 in resources. And we have 4 partnerships with different local places, dozens of care packages helping out from Key Club. Thank you guys so much. Real people were helping. Was it millions? No. Was it even that much at all? No. But we're going to keep going. We're going to keep raising my amount and keep helping it. Because every package meant a full stomach. Every conversation felt a person getting seen. Every yes made the next yes easier. And the question that once held me back, will it ever be enough, started to change. My perspective started to change. This was only the beginning for me. As the treasurer of Thrive Together, um, sorry about that. As the treasurer, I learned something powerful. Giving isn't just about how much, it's about how well. We didn't just collect donations, we tried to create them. We looked at calorie content, allergy considerations, cost efficiency, storage, sustainability, and so much more. We built systems, we tracked expensive, we optimized our marketing, and we stretched every dollar. Because limited, well, when resources are limited, excellence isn't optional, it's necessary. Donations weren't about the money, they were decisions. And our smart decisions create bigger impacts. Our every planning creates a bigger impact. Every extra step we take, every minute extra we spend just trying to improve our systems leads to a bigger impact. So now, step together. 3 words race to my head every time, every day, every second. Help, hope, home. Help is the bridge to improvement. Hope is believing something can be better. Hope is believing tomorrow can be better. Home is the destination, the final solution that when we get there, when we help everyone we can, they will have a home, structure, and stability. Now, when I see people outside my Walmart, I didn't just see homelessness. I saw endurance. I saw strength. I saw people who refused to let their hope die. So, if their glimmer was there, so would mine. Even after the world walked right past them, they haven't given up. Why shouldn't we? It's time to talk about the green dollar bill that we were putting out for so long, just so I can give a little bit of my personal story. So what happens when you donate? Most people think I give $1, someone gets $1 worth of help, but it's never that simple. The truth is that $1 doesn't stay as $1. Depending on where you live, $1 become $3 to $5 of food due to bulk purchasing. It can cover transportation to a job interview. It can provide a night in a shelter for someone. Or it can never reach a person in need. And that's such a huge problem. Imagine trying to donate and that money never actually helped. And so you ask yourself the question, why should I give? And why would it be wise to give? But instead of saying, why would it be wise? Ask yourself, how can I be wise? Donate to the right places. Donate to places you trustworthy. Do your research. And I promise you that $1 is going to be worth more than $1. So there's more than this just donating. This smart donated. We just talked about donate to the right places. So there's like two big options I can say I would talk about with smart donate. Just give someone $1, help them for an hour, maybe. Or you could donate it to a trusted organization that stretches it, which I most definitely prefer. See, the $1 that you give to the person on the side of the street, it doesn't help as well because an organization has the resources to stretch the dollar past the dollar. Apologies. It becomes much more than $1. The smarter decisions of an organization will much more help a homeless person on the side of the street who will probably use that dollar to help them immediate relief toward their hungry stomach. So now, donating that $1 to that organization becomes a meal, a blanket, a resource kit, a resume workshop, and a pathway out of homelessness. Same dollar, different strategy, radically different outcome. That's the power of a smart donation. So let's zoom out the national picture. In the US, there's over $480 billion donated to charity every year. Absolutely incredible, right? But here's the problem. A lot of people don't even reach it. Doesn't reach it the people who need it the most. Some nonprofits spend 50% or more on just all the delivery costs or the marketing costs or outreach costs. Some don't even track that outcome. Some donate items of no use. And the result, people assume that donations don't matter. But the truth is, donations matter no matter what. But what matters more is a good system you can donate to. When donations are used wisely, they save lives. I mean, I've seen it. I've seen so many of these stories of impact, of business that donates leftover food and suddenly a shelter feeds 30 more people. A volunteer who gives away 1 hour and while someone completes a job application. A student who organizes a drive and someone ends up with a winter coat. The little things, small acts, ordinary moments. But sometimes change doesn't always start with a miracle. It starts with the one singular Abraham Lincoln. My bad. I don't even know who's on it. The small little green dollar bill. I guess it's George Washington, right? Has to be. Dollar bill. The dollar bill, so small, so meaningful. See, I'm part of this problem too. I could even name the president on the dollar bill. And that's someone's livelihood. And I'm ever so grateful. I'm ever so grateful for all the opportunities I've had, all the abilities I've had to make change. Every time I struggled, I always think about someone who has it worse. And so, If we want to change homelessness, we must shift how we think. It starts with seeing people differently, not as homeless, but as humans as well. Humans who may have had some bad luck, who faced some trauma, and who never had the right chance, the right opportunity. We don't fix homelessness by throwing money. We understand it, being intentional, and building systems that treat people as people. It's never a job that we do alone, but together we can make massive changes. Imagine this, an entire community that learn the real causes of homelessness, support smart, high-impact nonprofits, volunteer time and skills, build partnerships with businesses, advocate for affordable housing and mental health resources, and yes, donate thoughtfully. That is how we win. That is how we have the success. It is not just one giant act, but thousands of small, smart choices. Thinking back at my local Walmart, I want you to think back at the sidewalk. You know how Walmart and a sidewalk looks. You got those big two doors, one enter and one exit, and a little space in between. You could just have a crack. That's where people sit there with their metal bowls, knees tucked, and a glimmer of hope in their eyes, just asking for $1. And feel that sense of heartbreak when you were a kid walking with your mom and she tells you just to walk right past it. Okay? There's nothing you could do because really in that moment there is nothing. The simple dollar won't make the fix. But change and understanding the true journey of this dollar and how smart giving will make a change. Walking past that sidewalk, I still feel I feel different. I still feel the same sense of heartbreak, guilt, and helplessness, but it's not the same. I've seen what's possible when people say yes, when people help. I've seen donation turn into meals, warmth, and dignity. I've seen a dollar spark chains reactions to generosity. I've seen communities come together to lift people up. And one day, I hope to walk past the same Walmart and no one's sitting outside. I hope they leave and they never come back. They say bye so abruptly, so rude in some way. But to me, it was never rude. It was a sense of hope. Maybe it's like an ambulance, I think, in some way. When people see the blue and red flashing lights in front of them, they immediately think someone's in danger. But I see it as a sense of hope. Them leaving, turning them back, and never coming back gives me a sense of hope, a sense of pride, the empathy that I changed something, that I did something. It was the greatest thing that ever happened. They weren't chased away. They just never had it come back, and I am ever so grateful. To recap, the $1 bill and its journey. Its journey is far and wide. It can go from here all the way to Kenya to help someone in need. Or go from here to the Sam's Club buying $5 of food just because it was bought in bulk. So much can happen to $1. So remember to donate smart. Donate to businesses that you trust. Donate to nonprofits that you trust. Do your research on them. You have no idea how untrustworthy something is. You want the journey of that dollar to be something useful, be something helpful. That way you can feel a sense of hope. And remember, this is not an immediate fix you can just touch up and run away. We have to work together as a big community to fight. The $1 bill may seem meaningless to you, but this green paper is large and it means something. It means the impact. You made an impact by donating. And show your pride. Influence others to donate. You are a great person. And be grateful for the opportunities that you had. Not everyone is in the same scenario. The $1 for you may be seen as worthless, but it is treasure. Trust me. So, the dollar, what does it equal? I mean, left alone, it's just a coin, a temporary fix. It's just a piece of paper. But wisely, with intention, it's hope, it's help, it's home, it's a second chance, a full stomach, a warm bed, a job interview, a future. $1 can equal change. Homelessness does not have to be permanent. It doesn't have to be something that is normal. It is not unstoppable. It is not someone else's problem. It's a change we can make together. It's a challenge waiting for people like us to say, yes, I would care. I will act. I will give wisely. Because real change doesn't start with millions. It starts with one decision, one moment, $1. So I want to leave with one more statement. One moral statement. One thing is all I have to say for now. When you see someone in need, when you wonder if your contribution matters, when you question if you can make an impact, ask yourself not what I can do? What can I do? But instead, what can $1 become if I choose it to use it well? Thank you so much for listening. Expect an episode like this every Friday at 2 p.m. for the next month. At least I will 100% be going longer. And thank you so much for listening. Even if you went live, thank you for listening after, watching the video after. And next video, we will be probably discussing more. We're going to be discussing either smart giving or how we can feed our city together. And together we can work against homelessness using financial skills and any other skills we have to help others.